Hello, everybody who is watching this, probably on the VOD instead of live, because currently we have 0 viewers. We have changed sites today, and today we are flying at Novorossiysk Bay. Let me see if I can get Google Maps going.
Correction, Novorossiysk
Novorossiysk Field, yes. So let's see, Krimsk Airport. Yeah, so this is where it would be. Yep, here it is. Doesn't look like that in Sim, but that's actually more or less where it is. So let's switch to that. Alrighty-o. So, we are flying Novo Field, which is here. It's now a street and buildings, but... Oh no, is this it?
No, you're right. There's a street and building.
Is this one up here?
I'm not looking at the stream currently.
Yeah,
but
I think it's that one.
I'm pretty sure.
Let me start the virtual camera just so that you can have that. This here. I think it actually might be this. Like,
oh,
this is what it. Yeah, I think this is probably what the runway was.
I bet you're right.
Well, anyway, so we're gonna be taking off from Krimsk. We spawn like down here-ish.
Yep.
Actually, no, we spawn on this, like over here somewhere.
Yeah, that pad there.
Yeah, this in one of these bunkers, actually.
Uh-huh.
So it's gonna be left turn on Alpha, right turn on 0. What is 03 back in the time that we are flying? Yay, magnetic declination.
Huh.
It'll be a no flap blower go right turn out. And we'll do a right turn and parallel the Nova runway. We usually pass somewhere over Galenchik over here. And we'll circle back and we'll practice. We'll come in and practice the head-on.
Okay. Are we going to do a head-on for this show?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Cool.
Gonna do a full remote show.
Cool.
So head-on is 90 brake, so you'll be on the right line abreast. It'll be a 90 brake away from each other to 380, and then we'll hold 380 around the corner. I will cross in front and below.
Okay.
Smoke off at the cross. Hit the behind crowd angles on each side. Wings level, pull to 40, and then it's it is a away from it's away from crowd 270 roll. So you'll end up with your canopy
and knife edge.
Yeah, you'll end up with your canopy. You'll end up knife edge with your canopy facing the crowd.
Canopy facing the crowd. Okay, yeah.
So like if you're flying this way, your canopy will be facing this way, up.
Yep, yeah, I got you.
Then roll will be rolled to 90, and then we'll clear behind crowd to set up the knife edge. For the recce flight, we'll do knife edge, inverted to inverted, clear behind the crowd, and then we'll take it from there.
Knife edge, inverted to inverted, clear behind crowd. Cool.
And then we'll break for recce stuff. Our landing, let's try doing the left breakout to land.
Breakout to land.
Yeah. Cool. So we'll set up either from in front or behind crowd. We'll come back and fly crowd right heading. Then we'll do a left breakout to land in front of the crowd and circle back to land.
And that'll be just you'll roll off wings level, like no pop, and then I'll roll off like with what 2 or 3 seconds spacing.
We both roll off at the same time. You push it into burner.
Okay.
And just do a gentler pull. And then you click it off of burner like 2 or 3 seconds later, and then just yank it around, and should end up right on line with me.
Okay. Cool. Additional question. Now that we're talking about this, and we're landing at Novo.
We are landing
And
at Novo, yes.
we're not transiting back to Kremsk. Okay.
Or should we transit back to Kremsk? We should probably transit back to Kremsk, shouldn't we?
For the realism, we should transit back
Yep.
to Kremsk.
Alright, so... Okay, so in which case, at some point, we are going to form up and do well, we're actually going to do a flat pass here because it's not a shoreline. So, flat pass over the runway. And then we'll depart back to Kremsk, which will be left turn, right turn, and then left pitch up brake to land for the runway.
Left pitch up. Cool. Sounds good.
Okay, to summarize, from the chocks, left turn on Alpha, hold short 03 right. Well, actually, hold short 03. You'll be lined up on my left in order to make this work. It'll be a standard detach, I'll fall in behind you, coming right, okay. We'll line up, it'll be a no flap blower go, right turnout.
Got it.
And we'll come back over Glenchik and come back over this bay area for the head-on. Then we'll do the head-on to the opposing 360, which is a line abreast with you on the right. Break away from each other to 380, hold 380 around the corner. At the cross, I will be low and inside. Smoke off at the cross. Then it's to the behind the crowd headings. Roll to level, pull to 40, and then it is an away from crowd 270. So we end up knife edge canopies facing the crowd. Standby roll will be to wings level, and then we'll clear behind the crowd for a knife edge. Right knife edge, left inverted. Behind the crowd clears to our recce flight. After our recce flight is over, we'll form up again. You'll form up on me, and we'll do a flat pass right to left, to which we'll clear behind crowd. Flat pass right to left behind the left turnout, and we'll clear behind the crowd to line up for a left pitch up brake to land at Kremsk on 03. 03.
Got it. Yep, sounds good.
Landing on 03, stagger will be left, and we'll figure out where we're going to park once we land.
Yeah, if we go all the way into the end, and I'm looking at the DCS one, there's an apron 2. Apron 1 is where the jets will be spotted. Apron 2 at the end of 03
like over
would
here.
allow us to roll on to 2-1 and then be pointed in the direction we're going to want to head instead of doing a right turnout for the actual.
Yeah, it's just a long taxi is my issue. I'd rather just get in the air.
It's not a long taxi though, because we'll take off on 03 for the recce flight, but then when we come back, we'll be landing on 03, which means we'll roll to the end of 03.
Yeah.
We can spot on apron 2, which is at the end of 03, the northeast end, and then we can just roll back on to the northeast end, pointed southwest, and launch that direction.
Okay, why are we launching a second time? Oh, for the
because we're going to do
actual
a show, in theory.
Okay. That makes sense until you take a look at the winds, which are 088 for 8. So we're going to want to be taking off into the wind for this show.
088. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. All right. Then yeah, I'll let you make the call on how you want to do that. I think we're probably not going to get a stop for Bravo, but we might be able to stop for Charlie.
Okay.
The taxiway.
Yeah. Okay. And is that on the left or the right side? I'm guessing it's on the right side.
Bravo, or everything's on the right. There's that whole parking structure with the international airport does not exist in DCS. There's nothing to the northwest of the field.
Got it. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll take a look at it once. Once we hit the ground, I'll just park us, and I think we're gonna re-rack because I'm gonna want to re-rack for the sake of a replay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Let's get ourselves going here, I think. I'm gonna switch inputs and get into the
Get rid
onto
of
the
your
hood.
stream as well. Yep. Same.
All right, BrotherLeb, you got me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right. Cool.
All right, Chariot, how do you read?
5x5.
Cool. We're gonna fog up, aren't we? It's stuffy AF over here.
Almost done with that. Also, it's hot start.
Oh, hot start. Good to know.
Which means you're gonna have to put goggles on, because
Right.
it'll have MVGs by default. I still need to fix that.
Oh man. Hold on, I'll be back in a sec. Get into that again.
And also make sure to clear your board number.
Request
Will do.
rearming. Copy. Copy.
Yeah, we're back.
What was it? Shoot, I forgot what the altimeter was.
297.75.
297.77.5. Yes.
297. What the hell?
Sorry, 297.
Decimal
7.5. Yeah. Okay, I'm here in the shadows. Name that video game. Cool. Angel Seth.
Okay, all looks good.
Air show.
DTC. Gosh dang it. Getting your viewpoint centered is so hard.
Yeah. I think you're more like not affected by it, but like you notice it, those little details a lot more than I do. Like I notice them, but they don't. I don't know. I guess it doesn't affect me because like if the jet acts different at all, you notice it. If you're a little off center, you notice it in ways that like I might be aware of it, but I'm not paying attention. I don't know why that is. It's interesting.
I noticed that I don't notice it at all when I'm flying 6, but I think something about being a flight lead, like, you're just like a little wigged out by things being different.
Okay, that's cool. That's wrong. That's
Okay, I can live with that.
297 decimal That's good. All right, I'm gonna DTC real quick. It didn't work. Why did it not work? I had not selected a profile. Now we're working.
All right. Yeah, that'll do.
Gotta do another performance adjustment.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Caucasus should be pretty smooth. And it's a little less smooth than I would prefer. We are also on the ground, but still. Alrighty, DTC is complete.
Trace up Tricom 1.
Hello, Tricom 1.
Discord check.
Flip.
Takeoff checks.
2.
Check your smoke pressure on. Check your trim set. Check your heading. My heading is 032. Check your altimeter set. 2977 for a corrected center point elevation of 0 feet. Check your barrel warning 0. Check your FCS 12 30 30 30 down 2. Check your fuel CDARB lights out.
Flip.
Check your smoke pressure on. Smoke on. Smoke off.
Good smoke. Good afternoon, Chariot. Updated winds. Hold.
Make that part of your checklist.
Updated winds are 088 for 8, which is fairly calm. Altimeter is 299.2 for a corrected altimeter of 297.7 for a center point elevation of 0 feet and a density altitude of, let me use quick math here, probably in the ballpark of 200 feet above sea level. Chariot Squawk 1205, Leb Squawk 1206, you're cleared for taxi. We are not parked where I thought we were going to be, so I think you're going to taxi.
Alpha, hold short 03.
Hold on, I got to see what we are.
I briefed it.
Yeah, we're kind of in the ballpark. Yeah, so you go straight out of Chalks, left on Alpha, hold short, runway 03 right.
Thanks, Leb. Cleared to taxi. Alpha, hold short, runway 03. Souls are cleared to taxi. Check your park brakes off. Chair's powering up to 75% off brakes now. Go trail.
Flip. Close brakes off.
Chair's easing power to 16 liner roll. Chariots come left going to the left wing.
Flip.
Solo switching 8 com 1.
Flip.
Chariots up 8 com 1.
What's up, 8? Calm 1.
Go ladder rest.
Flip.
Chariots easing power to idle. Little brakes. Easy brakes. Little brakes. Brakes. Solos, we're cleared for takeoff. Check your helmet mounted device.
Flip. Look good.
Alright, I'll live with it. Check your lights are off. Check your line lights off. Check your flaps are half. Check your waypoint is correct in the box, showing waypoint 0 at 19.7 miles. Check altimeter set to barometric. That's up to 29.77. Check your dispenser's bypass and seat is armed. Check your heading. My heading 302. Check your parking brake is off. Trace parking up to 70%. Off brakes now, but allowed to attach.
Lab's detached.
Coming right. Okay. Little brakes, easy brakes, little brakes, brakes. Solos were cleared for takeoff. Updated winds are 08848. That is a right headwind.
Lab.
Check your altimeter set to rad out for takeoff.
Lab.
Check your parking brake is off. Maneuver our no flap section blower go maneuver right turnout.
Lab, right turn on.
Check your parking brake is off. Let's throw up. Off. Brakes now. Blowers ready now. Best thing I can do for him is be consistent. A little pull. Stand by. Roll. Rolling out. Gear flaps. Rolling out. Easing power. 270. 280. Coming right. $300. A little pull.
You got your trip.
Trip.
Let's ease it out to a little clear.
Easing power. Easing the pull and rolling out. Easing more power. There's the nose. Easing the pull.
Yeah, I thought you meant check your HMD, so I did check mine, and I was like, oh, got the wrong one, but you look good.
Got it. A little drive. Ease in the drive to level. BrotherLeb, switch right.
Well, let's switch right.
Easing a little power. Souls are at the 90 for the head-on. 20 miles.
You got two on the right.
Keep it eased out.
Left.
And we're coming easy right. Easing a little power. Easing the pull and rolling out. Easing a little more power. Arrival checks.
Left.
Check your altimeter set to barometric and set to 2977. Check your landing light is on and your smoke pressure is on.
Left.
'Coming right. Looking for 304. Ease in the pull. Ease in the pull and rolling out. The head on, 13 miles.
Left.
A little pull. To level. Ten miles mark. Go line abreast. Adding power. Little drive. To level. Easing a little power. The head on. Smoke on. 5 miles mark. Smoke off. Solos detach. Solos are clear. 5 fast. Watch the radio tower. Center point. Ready, hit it! Smoke on. 380 mark.
Match.
375.
A little fast.
Contact, let him go for center point, Leb.
Leb.
Merge, smoke off. Stand by, roll. Pull to 40. Stand by, roll.
Click.
Roll. Cherry's clear, and clearing in behind the crowd, rather, for the knife edge. 1.8 mark.
Leb. I got traffic 210. Leb is at 2.5 mark.
Traffic factor.
Traffic no fact.
Continue.
3.5 mark. 4 miles mark.
Let me know when you're beam.
Beam.
Let me know when you're ready to take a mark.
Go ahead and take it.
Stand by, mark it. Oh, I'm gonna be way fast on this.
Slow.
No kidding.
4 miles. Mark 440. It breaks.
Cherry's in for the right knife edge.
Comes in right knife edge. 3 miles. Mark 406. Two miles. Mark 398.
Smoke on.
Contact.
Contact smoke off. Ready, hit it!
Clear.
Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll.
Clear.
Roll. Cherry's clear, and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing inverted to inverted rolls. 2 miles mark.
2.1. .5. 4 miles. Mark.
Let me know when you're beam.
Beam.
Let me know when you're take a mark.
Go take it.
Stand by, mark it.
.4 miles. Mark 380.
Cherry's in for the left inverted.
I was in left inverted.
And behind the crowd clears.
Find the crowd. 3 miles. Mark 395.
Why am I so ahead all the time?
2 miles. Mark 404 little angle.
Ready, hit it! Smoke on.
All right, all right.
Contact.
Contact looking good. A little drive, ready, hit it!
Clear.
All right.
Stand by, roll. And pull. 304.
304.
Stand by, roll. Cherry's clear, and clear behind the crowd for scouting mission.
That's clear. Contact.
Cherry's coming right, and coming inboard to the crowd for, from the left for the overhead.
Leb. I'm just gonna go left.
Plenty of controllability around here.
Yeah, roll rate's pretty quick.
Yeah. Turret circling 4.5 for the overhead. Crowd left to right. Chariot's turning in 4 miles overhead at crowd left to right.
I'm circling 4.5, way outboard for the right to left.
3 miles mark, left to right, on the right.
On the right, visual Chariot. 4 miles.
Headings are good. Smoke on. Center point. Smoke off. Chariot's clearing in front of the crowd for the right to left.
Let's clear, smoke off, clearing in front of the crowd.
Chariot's a beam right to left. Chariot's taking it right to left on the right.
Left, right to right.
Four miles mark.
Let's turn in 4.5.
3 miles mark.
Visual Chariot. Miles.
Chariot to smoke on. Center point.
2 miles mark.
Chariot smoke off.
Left smoke off. Center point.
Chariot circling behind the crowd for the MRT.
Left's clear, clear behind the crowd. Oh right, this hill.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this. Chariot circling 5 miles for the MRT. And Chariot's turning in 5 miles for the MRT. Four miles, mark 347. Three miles, mark 350. Two miles, mark 347. 1.3 MRT, 1 mile, mark 348. Burners now. Ready, hit it. Fast entry.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Pulling, kicking. Pushing out. Leveling up 1000, common right comes the pull. 304.
Contact.
Ease the pull. Rolling out. Smoke on. Smoke off. Watch the mountain. 355. You joining me for this?
Yes, sir.
Chariot sells behind the crowd, send up the opposing MRT. A little more pull, easing a little power, 380.
Up to Chariot.
Chariot. You're dropping into this. Coming right. Comes the pull. for 124. Can't read it. Ease in the pull and rolling out a little drive. Coming back left. Adding a little power. It's just going to be high. A little pull. Smoke on left lead.
A little behind. We're gonna go 700. Easing power. Little pull level power set.
Smoke off.
670.
We'll drop down.
But
Ready, hit it! Smoke on. 380 mark.
slow.
375.
On the number.
Numbers. Contact them early. Looking good for center point, Leb.
Up.
Merge. Stand by, roll. Pull to 40. Stand by, roll. 1, 2, 3.
Clear.
Roll.
Clear.
Roll. Trace clear and clearing in front of the crowd.
Love's clear in front of the crowd. I overrolled it.
Alright, let's do something that gets us lined up together. So, coming in for the vertical pitch.
Lab.
Let me know when you're abeam.
I've marked.
Let me know when you're abeam.
Labs beam.
Let me know when you're ready to take a mark.
Go ahead, dig it.
Stand by, mark at 4.7.
Oh, 4.5. And a 4 miles. Mark 406.
Charts in for the left vertical pitch.
I was in left for pitch.
Behind the crowd clears.
Up. 3 miles. Mark 3.5. Miles, Mark 401.
50.
50.
Oh, smoke on.
Connect.
Add it up. Ready, hit it. 60. Stand by, roll, and pull. Power's idle. 45, 40, 35, 30. Horizon. Now 7-2.
5.
Contact brakes are in.
Contact.
1.5. Mark 360.
Quarter behind.
1 mile. Mark 350.
Quarter behind.
Half mile. Mark 350. Adding power.
0.2.
A little pull. Ready. Hit it.
Clear.
Smoke off. Stand by. Roll and pull. 304. Stand by. Roll. Trace clear and clear behind their crowd for the form up.
Contact. One on you.
Copy that. Coming back left.
Well, that didn't work.
I mean, it's habit, man. Ease in the pull. Roll out 214, 380 ease in power. Yeah, if you're gonna form on me, you gotta call that earlier.
I mean, shouldn't I form on you? Your lead?
Should and what is our, like, SO is different. SOP. Like, yes, you should form on me, but at the same time, like... Yeah, no, we'll debrief it.
6 speed.
310.
Which you need?
Chariots coming left. Coming further left, adding power, comes the pole. 315. Little more pull. 320.
You got two.
Chariot. A little more pull. Ease on the pull and roll it out the overhead. Correction, the Delta flat pass. 350.
Flap.
Ease in power. Ease in more power. Adding a little power. Smoke on.
Take it in.
Center point. We're gonna try something here. A little pull.
Tease it out.
Ease in the pull.
Clear rejoin.
Comes a little drive. Ease in the drive to level. Smoke off. Come left. I foresee a problem. A little pull.
Yeah.
We're overriding waypoint 0, and I don't know where Novo is.
Just changing your DTC to overwrite 1.
That's a great solution for later.
I have 0 if you want to give me a lead.
Copy that. Ease in the pull. And rolling out. Let's ease it out to well clear.
Flap. Let's look.
Right lead.
Right has lead. Hold one, I'm going to grab right point 1. Or 0 route.
Chariot.
Alright, waypoint 0.
You got 2 left.
Flap, little pull to level.
Let's take it into half clear.
Ease a little power. Oh, shoot, we overshot it. Alright, we're going to do a left-hand orbit to get back online. Coming left. Adding a little power. Comes the pole.
It's my first left wing formation flying at this SCS.
Good luck. Easing some power. Easing more power. a little further left. A little more. Pull.
Sure, sir.
Rolling out some bank.
Better return.
Rolling out more bank.
Sure, sir.
Ease and support.
Clear return.
Rolling out. Easing power. A little pull to level. Gonna have to come left.
I hate you.
We're at 5 mile initial and a little angle. Ease in the pull, hair drive. We're coming left, adding power. We're just gonna be high on this.
Do you have to combine those two?
Adding more power.
What the hell?
Delta's at the numbers in wide left for the left breakout.
Try it. That was a huge change, mate.
Rolling out. Center point. Break it.
Jesus. Chariot's well clear.
I was rolling out 230.
Chariot's rolling out. 230.
Ear flaps. Coming left, 270 Chariot. Two 60 Chariot. 240 Chariot. Two 20 Chariot. 200 Chariot at the 90. Gear down 3 green. Stagger will be right.
Chariot.
180 Chariot. .160 Chariot angle. .140 all the way, angle.
160. .140 all the way, working an angle.
Let's down and safe.
Sure, it's okay.
on the brakes.
Chariots. Okay, Leb.
Leb, left lead.
Landing checks.
Yep.
Check your smoke pressure off. Check your tabs. Check your flaps auto. Check land lays off. Reset your trim and safe seat.
Yep.
We're just gonna pull off at this taxiway here for individual right 90s into shocks.
Yep.
Chariot's adding power up to 78% off brakes now, preparing to come right across your nose.
Yep.
Chariot's easing power to 72, letting her roll. Coming right, give me 2 in trail. Nice recce flight, Leb.
Nice flight, Chariot.
Coming left. Eased and power to idle. Coming right, go well clear.
Leb.
Coming right for parking. Okay. Little bricks, easy bricks, little bricks. Brakes. Stand by, canopy and engines.
Flip.
3, 2, 1, mark. Alrighty-o. A chair's gonna drop out and then we'll re-rack and do it again.
Yep.
BrotherLeb, you got me?
Yes, I do.
Alright. Just gonna hop back into the server and then we can start up our actual flight.
Cool. Do we want to brief anything?
Debrief. So, when I said behind for the rejoin, I didn't say who was rejoining on who, so that's my bad. That actually is a safety, and I'll fix it for next time. Did you call the left breakout when we went over the field? Okay.
Yeah, because we briefed a breakout instead of a pitch-up break, so I just flew it.
Okay.
Over and I did call breakout.
Yeah, that's fine. When I briefed over Nova, I briefed a pitch-up break, but I guess I didn't make that specific, and then I should have listened to what you were actually calling, but I was so focused on trying to fly form that I missed it, and we almost crashed. So that's a safety I'll fix for next time.
Yeah.
Also, if I'm like on the left,
I should have. No, that was a safety for me. I should have moved you over to the right because I knew what was going to happen, and I was like, "Oh shoot, he should be on the right," but it was too late, and I should have just like no maneuvered or something. So that's my bad.
All right. Any other debriefs from that?
Let's set a contract altitude for the loop break or the OMRT of like I don't know 650 or whatever for the initial, and then what altitude are you going to try and hit for the cross?
I'm trying to get down to 500.
500. Okay, cool.
Unless you think that's too high, I can get low.
No, that's fine. I think they normally do it at about 500.
Okay. Yeah, so 500 for the cross. Yeah. Let me think about anything else that might be an issue. Just keep it nice and well clear when we're doing the left-hand turns behind the crowd to crowd right heading. Or sorry, to front, like behind the crowd on the right of the crowd coming in for those, because coming down behind that mountain, there might have to be some extra inputs, so just keep it frosty.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
Also, I don't think the inverted tuck over roll is going to work here. At least not with an angle.
Okay.
So
So do we want to just do a standard double tuck over roll?
Yep, double tuck over, because I can actually do that one on a flat ingress.
All right, I think that's a good decision. Let me just grab. I forgot the knee board last time, so that's also a safety for me. Novo Field. There it is.
That explains why you were at weird angles and stuff.
Well, partly, yeah. Probably just poor flying on my part. Okay. Lab is ready to rock.
All right, quick briefing. We're going to be spawning at Krimsk. Going to be left on Alpha. Hold short 03. You'll be on my left for this. Then it'll be cleared onto 03. Right turn OK. And then we'll be taking off for the no flap blower go right turnout. Yeah, once we get leveled out, I'll clear you to cross right, and then we'll ingress similar to what we did. I'll try and get us a little closer this time, which means it's probably going to be a boxed turn like we did last time. Then we'll do the overhead into the opposing 360. Contract altitude is 500, speed 400 into the brake. Into the split. At the split, it's mill power. Then we'll smoke on and hit 380. I'll call 380. Then we'll do the cross at center points. I will be low and inside. We will smoke off. Then it's behind the crowd headings. Roll out, pull to 40. Standby roll, which is away from crowd 270 to knife edge, canopy facing the crowd. You will call clear. I will call roll, which is wings level. Then we'll clear behind the crowd for the opposing knife edge and continue as standard. It will be a left turnout out of the Delta breakout for a right to left flat pass. We'll do the same thing that we just did, which is a slow climb and then a drive over the hill so that we disappear from the crowd. Then we'll smoke off and do a left bank, right bank, and then a left pitch-up brake on runway 03 at Krimsk for landing. Stagger will be left, and then we will back taxi and I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do a 45s, but we'll have to see.
Okay, sounds good. Quick clarification for the so when you come behind, let's see, you're gonna come left. For the Delta flat pass.
Yes.
After the breakout, you will come left behind the crowd, do just a big left-hand orbit to come back to, to come back for the right to left Delta flat pass, correct?
Correct. And cool. Contract altitude for that is 200 feet, 325 knots. You'll accelerate out of the once we're a mile out of the box, and go over that hill. Okay. Pull over the hill, drive over the hill, and smoke off left, right into into Krimsk.
Cool. I will be on your left for the Delta flat pass.
You'll be on my left for the Delta flat pass. Copy that. You will stay on my left for the left pitch of brake.
We'll stay on the left for the left pitch of brake. Roger.
Yep, because it's going to come quick.
Fun. Cool.
Something new to try, I guess. All right. I'm not going to join in for a sec because I need to adjust my DTC.
Cool.
To not be waypoint 0. All right, that's complete. That was a problem. All right. Alright. Check your switches. And Chariot's hopping in.
Up hopping in. Cool. Jets are hot, remember?
Correct. Hence the checking switches. Alright, Chariot's in. 18. Krimsk. And relax. Okay. Don't forget your helmet after you rearm.
Yep.
That's carrier, that's not air show. And don't forget to clear your board number.
Request rearming. Copy.
Clear helmet, Jehanics.
Copy.
What?
I requested launch. Whoops.
It's a good one. Alright, just gonna DTC, get it out of the way.
Rearming complete. HMS installed.
I don't know about you, but the waypoint target marker was way off in my Jehemix most of the time.
You know, when it's not in the HUD, it's usually pretty bad. So, I don't know if they changed something, but it's not great.
Chariot's DTC is complete.
Labs DTC is complete.
Chariot's up Tricom 1.
Level 3, come on.
Discord check.
Good check.
Takeoff checks. Check your smoke pressure on. Check your trim set. Check your heading. My heading 0 tree 2. Check your altimeter set 2977 for a corrected center point elevation of 0 feet. Check your barrel warning 0. Check your FCS 12 30 30 30 down 2. Check your fuel. Seat armed. Lights out. Check your smoke pressure on. Smoke on. Smoke off.
Good.
Good smoke.
Good morning, Chariot. Updated winds are 08848. Altimeter is 299.2 for a corrected altimeter of 297.7. For a center point elevation of 0 feet and density altitude of 205 feet above sea level, Chariot squawk 1205, Leb squawk 1206. You are cleared for straight out of Chalks left on Alpha, hold short runway 0 tree.
Thanks, Leb. Cleared to taxi. Hold short runway 0 tree. Solos were cleared to taxi. Check your parking brakes off. Chariot's pairing up to 75%. Off brakes now. Give me 2 and trail.
Leb, brakes off.
Chariot's easing power to 70. Letting her roll. Chariot's coming left. Give me 2 on the left wing.
Leb.
Go ladder breast.
Leb.
Chariot's easing power to idle. Little brakes, easy brakes, little brakes, brakes.
Flip.
Takeoff checks. Check your lights are off. Check your land lies off. Check your flaps are half. Check your waypoint is corrected in the box showing waypoint 1 at 19.7 miles. Check your altimeter set to radar and set to 2977. Check your dispenser's bypass and your seat is armed. Check your heading 302.
Lab, go button 8.
Chariot switching 8.1. Chariot's up 8.1.
Lab's up 8.1.
Solos were cleared for takeoff. Check your parking brakes off. Chariot's parking up to 70%. Off brakes now, but let detach.
Lab's detached.
It's quite close. Got some room here. Coming right. Okay. Little brakes, easy brakes, little brakes, brakes. Solos were clear for takeoff. Updated winds are 088 for 8. That's a right headwind. We're cleared for takeoff. Our takeoff maneuver, our no flap blower go takeoff maneuver, right turnout.
Lab.
Check your park brakes off. Let's roll it. Relax. Brakes off now. Blowers ready now. A little pull. Ready, split. Roll. Rolling out. Ease and power, 260. Coming right, 280.
Contact.
A little pull. 300, easing a little power. Little more pull. 310.
You got 2.
Chariot. Easing the pull and rolling out.
Let's keep it well clear.
BrotherLeb, go right.
Lab.
Coming back easy right. Easing the pull and rolling out. Easing a little power. Arrival checks.
Lab.
Check your altimeter, set barometric, and set 2977. Check your land lights on.
Lab.
A little drive. To level. Delta's at the 90 for the head-on. And we're coming right. Coming further right. A little pull. Little more pull. Easing the pull and rolling out. Easing power. Easing more power. Okay. Adding a little power. Adding a little more power. Coming back right. Coming further right. Easing the pull. Easing the pull and rolling out. 10 miles for the head-on to right. Easing a little power. See if I can fix it. Go line abreast.
Left.
A little pull. To level. Smoke on. Adding a little power. To right. Smoke off. Solos attach. Solos are clear. Center point. Ready, hit it. Smoke on. 380 mark.
Gotcha.
370.
A little fast. Numbers.
Contact him a little ahead. Looking for center point, lip.
Left.
Merge. Swing off. Swing off. Stand by. Roll. Pull to 40. Stand by. Roll.
Clear.
Roll. Chair's clear and clearing behind the crowd for the opposing knife edge. 1.8 mark.
2.2. Three miles. 3.5. 4 miles mark.
11 on your beam.
Lebsby.
11 on your take a mark.
Go take it.
Stand by. Mark it.
Four miles. Mark 385.
Chair's in for the right knife edge.
What's the right knife hit? Three miles. Mark 410. 2 miles. Mark 400.
On time. Smoke on.
Contact.
Contact off. Ready, hit it.
Clear.
Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Roll. Cherry clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing inverted to inverted rolls. 2 miles mark.
Match.
Cut the chatter at 5.
3.5.
On time.
4 miles mark.
Let me know near beam.
Beam.
Let me know near take a mark.
Take it.
Stand by, mark it.
Four miles. Mark 37.
Sure, it's in for the left inverted.
Left and left. Inverted.
Find the crowd clears.
Left. 3 miles. Mark 4.
Ooh, a little behind. It's fine, I'll make it up.
2 miles. Mark 398.
Ready, hit it. Smoke on.
Roll right, roll right,
Contact looking good.
roll right, roll right.
A little drive. Ready, hit it.
Clear.
Stand by, roll. And pull. 304.
Left.
Stand by, roll. Chase clear and clear behind the crowd for the Fortis. Coming left, hook's coming down. And lights on. 340.
Contact.
335. 320. 315 adding a little power ease and the pull and rolling out. 315 easing power. Souls behind the crowd, setting up the Fortis. Checking land lights on.
Left.
305.
You got 2 Chariot.
Chariot. It's going to be quite a dive.
Left.
Ease and power. Coming left. Coming further left. Comes the pull. pull. Stand by the gear. Adding power. Adding more power. A little more pull. Adding more power. Delta's at the 90 for the Fortis. Easing power, a little more pull. Easing the pull and rolling out the Fortis. 3 miles and low. Adding a little power. Cheers, we're rolling in.
Clear.
Outboard and low. Center point. Traits pushing out. Rolling out. Coming left. Set. Stand by the gear. Hook. BrotherLeb, knock it off.
Clear.
Track's clear, and clearing behind the crowd for the MRT State 80.
Flip state 70.
It's way different.
Yeah.
Track circling 5 miles for the MRT. And Cherry's turning in 5 miles for the MRT. Four miles, mark 354. Three miles, mark 350. Two miles, mark 349. 1.5 miles MRT. 1 mile, mark 349. Burners now. Ready, hit it! Good entry.
Flight controlled.
Ease and the pull, comes the pull. Pulling and kicking. Chariot's pushing out. Leveling out 900. Coming right. Comes the pull. Looking for 304. Ease in the pull. And rolling out. Smoke on. Smoke off. A little pull 330.
Contact.
350 ease and a little power. 365. Ease and more power. Souls around the crowd setting up the opposing MRT at 380.
You'll have to turn.
Chariot. Coming right. Comes the pull. Looking for 1, 2, 4. Ease in the pull and rolling out the opposing MRT. Adding power. A little pull. Smoke on left lead.
Lab. There's 650, a little more pull level. Easing power set. What about one right?
Smoke off.
600.
Ready, hit it. Smoke on. 380 mark.
A little fast. Numbers.
Numbers. Contact. Looking good for center point lab on the low ahead.
Left.
Merge. Stand by, roll. Pull to 40. Stand by, roll. 1, 2, 3, and roll.
Clear.
Roll. Chairs clear, and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing horizontal rolls. 2.5 mark.
2.6. Mark. 4 miles.
Let me know on your beam.
Loves beam.
Let me know on your ticket mark.
Go take it.
Stand by, mark it. Not that fast, boy.
4 miles. Mark 404.
On time. Chasing for the left and left horizontal rolls.
Left is left horizontals.
Round the clock, please.
Left 3 miles. Mark 406.
On time. Yeah, baby. Not
2
too low.
miles. Mark 398.
On time. Maybe a little ahead. Smoke on.
Got it.
Got it. A little pull. Ready. Hit it.
Roll right, roll right.
Burners. Pull. 80. Stand by. Roll. Burners. Pull. Ease in the pull. And rolling out. 7-7.
80.
Trade's coming right and circling behind the crowd for the sneak to vertical rolls. State 6-5. Looks like we got clouds at 6-5.
I've got him at 7.5.
7-5, correction, yep. Say state.
State is 6.5.
Sure. Sorry, I should let you finish.
It's alright. I think we got a hole above the showbox right now.
Looks like it. You'll have to let me know.
Will do.
Trade circling 5 miles for a sneak 2 vertical rolls. Trade's turning in 5 miles, sneak 2 vertical rolls on the runway.
Flip.
Four miles, 1.75.
A little behind.
3 miles, 1.78.
On time.
2 miles, 1.85. 1 mile, mark 0.90, full burn.
Smoke on.
Tracer.
Ready. Hit it. Stand by. Roll. $10,000 clouds, no factor.
Clouds no factor. High show clears.
Yo.
Tracer circling 3.5 for the solo loop.
Flap.
Tracer turning in 3.7 solo loop.
Flaps clear. 13.
Tracer 3 miles mark. Wings level. Smoke on. Up we go. A little more pull, adding power, adding more power. Vertical 6-0, easing power. Easing more power. A little ease. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Ease the pull, adding power. Go, Dharma Singer. Okay. It's always scary the first time. Swap off. Chariot detach. Chariot detach, boss. 7-8. 7-0, rather. There we go. More or less. Woo! That roll rate. Let me know when you're beam.
Beam.
Let me know when you're ready to take a mark.
Take it.
Stand by, mark it.
Four miles. Mark 370.
Chariot's in for the right 4-point.
That was in right 4-point. 3 miles. Mark 395.
Classic.
2 miles. Mark 402.
Most I can do. Swing on.
Contact.
Contact swing off. Ready, hit it! 1, 2,
All right.
3, 4. Chariot clear, roll and pull. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll.
Clear.
Roll. Chariot's clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing vertical pitch 2.2 mark.
2.1.
Ooh, baby, triple L.
.5 mark.
A little ahead, but that's fine.
4 miles.
Let me know on your beam.
Let me
Let me know when you're ready to take a mark.
take it.
Stand by, mark it.
.4 miles. Mark 3.
Chariot's in for the left vertical pitch.
That was in the left.
50 feet.
50. 3 miles. Mark 404.
On time.
.2 miles. Mark 400.
On time. Smoke on.
Contact.
Connect. Add it up. Ready, hit it! 60. Stand by, Earl, and pull. Power's idle. 45, 40, 35, 30. Horizon. Now 77.
78.
Uh-huh. Looking good. One mile, mark 410.
Half line.
Half, mark 45.
Quarter behind.
Little pull, ready, hit it.
Clear.
Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Chariot's clear, and clearing behind the crowd for the inverted tuck over roll. Contact.
Let's go on the left. 360. There's 350. Rolling out to big. And we're rolling out, marking 230. 350. Little pull.
You got 2 leb.
Leb, we're coming left. Coming further left. Adding power. Comes the pull. A little more. Pull. Easing some power. A little further left and a little more pull. Souls at the 90 for the double tuck over roll.
Chariot, double tuck over.
Easing power. Easing the pull. Easing more power and pull. Rolling out the double tuck over roll.
Chariot.
Set. Easing more power. Mile mark. Roll, pull, ready, hit it. Clear.
Chariot's clear. Stand by, roll. Pull to 10 degrees. Stand by, roll. Rolling out. Coming left.
Up inside, clear.
Connect.
He's rolling out, coming left, 380, easing power, 370. Easing some pull, rolling out, looking for 230, easing power, 360. There's 380, little pull.
Got 2 leb.
Leb. Coming a little left. Souls behind the crowd, setting up the section high alpha.
Chariot.
We're rolling out.
Why though?
Coming left. Easing power. Easing more power. Coming further left. Easing more power. Stand by the boards. Boards. Little pull.
Nice catch, nice catch. Nice
Souls the
catch.
90 for the section high alpha.
Chariot.
There's the nose, little more pull. Rolling out some bank. Stand by the boards. Boards rolling out. Rolling out. 4 miles mark. We're out, or inboard rather. I'm going to correct it. We'll be there by 3. 200. Little pole level. Altitude's good. We're coming a hair left. Easing power. 190. And rolling out. 2.6. 185. Easing more power. Little pull. Little more pull. 175. 165. A little more pull. 155. A little more pull. 150. 145. 140. Pull into the set. Setting it. Smoke on, adding power. And we're flying it.
Center point. Knock it off.
Pull in a 60.
Woo!
60 coming left.
Chariot's braking left. 310. 330 ease and power. $335.
Contact.
340. Ease and some pull. Easing power. 350. This one's gonna be spicy.
Left.
Ease and the pull. Rolling out 353 for the section breakout. And we're coming left. Coming further left. Comes the pull. A little more pull. There's the nose. A little more pull. Ease and the pull. Adding a little power. And rolling out. Easing a little more power. Smoke on. Half-mile mark. Ready, hit it. Smoke off. Stand by, roll, and pull.
Connect.
Ease the pull and rolling out. Easing power. 390. Climbing. 380 easing more power.
Contact. Visual data.
Adding power to catch 360.
You got 6 boss.
Boss. Delta behind the crowd for the Delta roll. Coming left. Coming further left comes the pull. A little more pull. A little more pull. Rolling out some bank, there's a hill.
Do what you need.
Coming back left. Easing the pull and rolling out the Delta roll. Smoke on. Up we go. A little more pull. Okay. Rolling out a little pull.
Clear it up.
Ease in the pull to level. Coming back left. Comes the pull. Delta's in left-hand turn for the fleur-de-lis.
Left.
A little more pull. Fine. Ease in some pull. Smoke off. Shift it.
Lep.
Ease in more pull. Rolling out some bank. Ease in the pull. And rolling up the flirtily upboard. Up. We go. A little more pull. Smoke on. Ready break.
Ready.
Smoke off. Stand by, roll. And pull. Correct.
Rolling out.
Chariot's clear, coming right and crossing in front of your nose at 520. Now easing power to idle.
Contact.
470. 460. 450 comes the pull, adding a little power, 445.
You got 2.
Check. Little more pull. Smoke on. Ease in the pull. Rolling out. Up. We go. A little more pull. Okay. Set. Contact. Okay. Set. Smoke off. Go get 'em.
Clear. Rolling out
Contact.
200. At 1500, 400 in the box. Coming right. Coming further right, 400. Little pull. A little more pull. 405. Delta's at the 90 for the loop break cross. 200.
Chariot. 350.
Ease in the pull. And rolling out the loop break cross.
Chariot. Take it in.
Easing the roll.
You got 6 miles.
Boss, a little pull to level, adding power. Adding more power, 2 miles up. A little low.
It's fine.
Up we go, a little more
Oh.
pull.
Do what you need.
Vertical 6-4, easing a little power. Comes the pull. Ready break. 1 right, on line. Smoke up.
Pull up, pull up.
0.5. Mark 440 brakes. 1 mile. Mark 410. 1.5. Mark 400. 2 miles. Mark 390. 2.5. Mark smoke. 3 miles. Mark up we go. 4 G. Mark. Protocol is 4-9. Hold 8. Little pull. Horizon 7-6, easing power idle, sorry about that. 45, 55, 65, rolling it, little steep. Level in the nose, 2.8. 2.5, Mark 420. 2 miles, Mark 404. 1.5, Mark 400, 200. 1 mile, Mark 402. 0.5, Mark 398. Smoke. Ah.
Sure, sir.
Clear.
Sure, sir.
Rolling out. And coming left, 360.
Got it.
355. 350, adding power to catch. And we're rolling out. 350. Little pull, 355, easing some power. Coming left. Coming further left.
Got 6 boss.
Boss comes the pull. A little more. Pull. Delta's at the 94, the Delta breakout.
Chariot.
A little further left.
Way out. Way out.
Easing the pull. And rolling out the Delta breakout.
Chariot.
Online.
Nice.
Easing power smoke on. Power set. A little pull to level. Easing the pull. Easing more pull. 2 miles mark. Adding a little power. Up we go. Ready, break. Smoke. Off. Clear.
Sure, it's clear. 304, 275 at 1700.
Contact.
Be a left turn out.
Left.
310. Easing power. Coming left. 315. $320. $325 easing power to catch.
Fuel low.
Fuel low warning.
Lab.
Should be fine to make it home.
Lab state 2.
Chariot state 1.7.
You got 6.
Chariot. Delta's at the 90 for the left flat pass. A little pull.
What?
Ease in the pull.
Coming further left. A little pull. Easing the pull and rolling out the flat pass. Smoke on. Center point. Adding power. Adding more power. Easing a little power. A little drive. To level. Smoke off. BrotherLeb, ship right.
Lab shipping right.
Chariots coming left.
Yeah, tell them.
Chariots.
All clear.
Contact Novo.
Clear to rejoin.
Easing a little power and coming back right. Using a little more power. A little pull. Easing the pull. Rolling out a little bank and rolling out. The left pitcher brake to land.
Left braking.
Smoke on. Adding a little power. Got the numbers for the left edge brake line. Center point, boss braking.
Left braking.
Easing the pull and rolling out. 023.
Left.
Sorry, 230.
Let's roll now.
Smoke off. Gear flaps. Chairs come left. 300 leb.
Left.
280 leb. 260 leb. Two 4 leb, chariots at the 90, gear down, 3 green, stagger is left, 220 leb. $200 leb. 180 leb. 160 leb.
180.
140 all the way leb.
160. 140 all the way.
Fuel low. Fuel low.
Sure, it's okay. Holy smokes, boy.
Okay.
Chariots on the brakes.
That's okay, sure.
Chariot, landing checks.
11.
Check your smoke pressure off. Check your tabs. Check your flaps auto. Check your landing lights off. Reset your trim and safe your seat.
11.
Give me 1 second here. We'll go. What? That's not real. We're at Crimps, right?
Yes, sir.
Why doesn't my taxi map line up to what I'm seeing? Okay. We'll go well clear on whatever taxiway's behind us for individual right. An individual left 90s into chocks. Check your park brakes off. Chairs bring up to 77%. Off brakes now. Stand by. Left cover wagon. Chariots coming right. Give me 2 on the right wing.
11.
Nice flight, Leb.
Good flight, Chariot.
Chariots easing power to 68. Let roll.
Close right in, boss.
Boss. Stand by. Split. Reference 25 knot cover wagon.
Up. Traffic ahead.
Contact. Blue jet.
Wants to play.
Viper 6.
Hey, Viper.
Tracy's powered idle. Little brakes. Easy brakes. Off. Brakes now. Adding power to 68. Coming easy left. Give me 2 on the right wing.
Up. Six is in.
Chariots easing power to 67. Letting her roll. Little brakes. Easy brakes. Off brakes now. Just trying to reduce our taxi speed a little bit here. God, I have no idea where to put these things. Ah. Yeah, that'll work. Chariot's coming easy right, go well clear. Little zigzag here, coming right. And coming back left. Coming back right. Easing power to idle. Coming right for parking. Okay. 2303. Little brakes. Easy brakes. Little brakes. Brakes.
I thought I had my nose gear working, but I did not.
Stand by canopy and engines.
But
In 3, 2, 1, mark. That's a show.
it is indeed. Well done.
Whoo, baby! That had a lot of mental to it. Okay, Cherry's coming out from under the hood, and we'll debrief.
But
BrotherLeb, you got me? It probably would have helped if I wasn't streaming my virtual camera to you the whole time. I forgot. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. The people don't have you. Talk now.
Hello.
There we go.
It is me.
The people
My
have
name is
you.
BrotherLeb, the people's champ.
Okay, grab the maneuvers manual. Dude. That was good.
That was
but
something.
Required a lot of thought.
Yeah, for a first show at a difficult site, I feel good about it. But it was, yeah, there were some things.
Alrighty then. Time to debrief. Let's start with the verbal. That was a good, pretty safe show. One of our first, definitely our first remote show since the new FCS. I'm proud of what we did for sure. Yeah, we didn't talk about goals for the show, but I think my goal was just to do the remote ingress egress without making it too impossible for you. I think I accomplished that. It was relatively smooth in and out of the box. The end was not as good as the beginning, but I'll take it for the moment. All right, debrief. So starting, let's see, taxi was fine. No flap blower go was. I was late.
Manual up where people can see it.
Oh, thank you.
Some manual.
Well, I'll have that once I get to the maneuvers that.
Okay, cool.
Because it takes a little bit. No flap blower go was pretty good. Took me a little bit longer to get nose off the ground than I would like. but I don't want to put in too much pull, and then it's better if I'm the second one off the ground as flight lead, actually. So, yeah, the ingress into the box, I think that's the closest I want to do, because we rolled out online at 10 miles. And I just don't want to be any closer than that, because then it's like kind of frenetic to get into position for you and to make sure that we're lined up and on speed and everything. So we'll work that closer as we get more comfortable with remote shows, but it's been a hot minute since we've done a remote show. Okay, so let's see. The head-on, opposing 360. This one was pretty decent. I felt like I think we might have hit center point. I'll be curious to see. I don't know, it all felt pretty decent. I feel like I'm always ahead of you on the opposing, like, turns in both this and the opposing MRT. So I think it just has something to do with the power here. That's something to think about for sure for the future. Let's see. So next up is the knife edge. Knife edge felt good. Clears were good. Inverted to inverted felt pretty good too. It's definitely one of my flatter inverted to inverteds. I feel like the nose wants to fall a lot more at this show site, so I had to push out a lot more on my like rollout. And also, I didn't roll like all the way to wings level. It's kind of canted a little bit, and I had to fix it before the roll behind crowd. Fortis, a really weird angle. We were lined up inboard, so I actually brought in more pull than I needed. Coming down the hill. That was kind of weird. I felt like I managed the crazy altitude, like the 1,000-foot drop we have to do, fairly well. But as usual, I panicked and gave us too much pull coming into the box and rolled us out inboard, so I'll fix that for next time. Also, I was low. I think I was at like 250 feet once I got inverted, and that's where I should start the maneuver. So realistically, I should be like 300 and you should be 250. I know it says 200 feet here on the page, but I think that's
minimum.
That's minimum, so I need to give us a little bit more buffer, especially if I'm going to drop the nose going into that, which seems to be the new norm. So, let's see. The push out and roll out, they were wobbly but relatively on. I waited an extra beat before having us come left, so hopefully they'll look cleaner to the crowd. Yeah, otherwise, it was fine. Minimum radius turn. I was a little slower when I came back into the box for the pull and kick this time, which meant that the jet was more floppy. So I think I can actually let it hang on that like 45, 50 degree nose high for a little bit longer if I'm going to be that floppy. I think it's going to look good, but I think it's just going to look a little rushed. So, but I didn't want to overspeed on the climb out. So I'll be interested to see how it looks, and we can adjust from there. Opposing minimum radius turn. This one was relatively good. I don't like having to pull us out and hand lead to you, but I just don't think that there's a way around it at the show site. But it seemed like you caught it pretty well, and I was able to still fly line abreast with you with no issues. So, as uncomfortable as it is, it seems like we're handling it fine. I think we were like 4 or 5 left, so honestly, I think my comment here is that I just need to stop calling where I think I am compared to you, because it's your job to do the lateral spacing. And I think when I called that I was ahead, you put power in, and I think that that was what led us to be left of center point. So I just need to trust that you know what you're doing, because you've been doing this for a long time, and that you'll be able to make any adjustments that you deem necessary when you contact me. I just need to contact you to make sure we're safe and that we can line up for center point. Horizontal rolls were fine. I'm pretty sure the altitude difference came from the fact that I was a little slow when I rolled out and nosed low, so that's probably what happened there. Sneak pass was good. I was at 20 feet, so I'll work that down. I know it says minimum altitude 50, but hey, we're in a simulator. I can do whatever I want. And it's fun to get super duper low. So I'll work it down from there. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything like in front of the runway, like a hill or some poles or something that was going to hit. Turns out it's very clear, so I should just be able to sit it right at like 5 feet and scrape the belly and be fine. Line abreast loop was scary, but fine. I think I need to go up the hill a little earlier, because when I was nose down, it was like right on center point, so I think I'm going to start going up the hill like at 1.5 if I'm going to do the slowly add power strat, which has been working fairly well with this FCS, so yeah, no safeties there, just an adjustment. 4 points, I overrolled the inverted, which is a bummer. But aside from that, it felt good. My clearing angle outboard was good, but I think it was a little shallow actually, and a little high. So I'll be curious to see how that looks, because I've been saying that I think that it's been a little, that angle, like, outboard is a little too angly, so we'll see how this looks. Vertical pitch. I said we were good when I could tell that you were high. So I don't know why I did that. That's a lapse in judgment. Not really a safety, but just kind of a bummer. Because I think it made you have to work harder. Possibly made you second guess yourself. So I need to make accurate calls. If I think that I'm, if I'm early. But once again, like, while we've been working together to make this work, you know, well, actually, that one's on me, because altitude's on you and the horizontal's on me, so I should be calling that. So I will just be more accurate on my calls and call what I'm actually seeing. Let's see, tuck over roll. It's fine. I don't know. This is just a hard one. I think I need to line up more outboard of you. I think it's just gonna be weird, because like as I'm coming in, I need to kind of like rudder myself out in order to get the right parallax from the crowd. So it's just gonna be weird at this show site, and it's just gonna take me a little bit of time to figure it out. The clear for that was fine though. All things considered. Didn't get close to running into you this time on the clear, so that was pretty decent. High alpha, you know, there's adjustments coming in, but felt fine. We got a little close to each other around center point. It seemed like you were drifting into me, but I was able to make the adjustment, and nothing scary, no safety concern necessarily. I was able to fix it. But we might have gotten a little bit of wing overlap right before the clear, so I'll just make sure to continue to be clear of you, especially as we get towards that last little section past center point. Tends to be where things start to get spicy, so I will take a safety on that one and fix it for next time. Rejoin from the burner 270. Coming from behind that hill is just it's just blind. It's terrifying. But more or less, I think it worked out pretty decently. We were like 5 knots fast when we hit that, but it's just gonna come quick, I think. Delta roll. That was the weirdest delta roll we've had in a long time. Just felt like really, like, nose heavy. So, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to, like, go fly that one on my own and see whether I can sort it out. But part of the issue is that we're coming in with that hill, so we're quite high when we do the delta roll. So, yeah, it's not super ideal, the ingress for that, but we leveled out at about 800 feet off the back end, which is, I think, more or less where we entered from, because of the hill behind it, and, like, the hill's at just the wrong spot. We have to kind of, like, slot in between a tall hill on the left and, like, the big hill that we avoid most of the time on the right. So it's pretty sketch. But we're making it work. It's working fine. The turn-in for the fleur-de-lis was awful. I added pole, and as I was adding it, I was thinking to myself, that probably wasn't necessary. But the trouble was is that I had yet to look over my shoulder and see the field, and I forgot the lesson I taught myself at the last show site, which is that don't add pole until you sight the field. If you sight the field and you need to add pole, you can add pole, but until that point, just keep that smooth turn coming and adjust it once you get eyes on the field. So I'll fix that one for next time. It's not a safety per se, but definitely a note for myself. We have a ton of power here, and so I was doing 520 when I crossed your nose, which is wild. So I think I'm just gonna keep doing it. And just back it way off because you were still able to get in. So yeah, coming down the hill towards the ocean is scary, but I don't know. We leveled out fine and it worked out. So yeah. Loop right cross. I got a little bit of PIO going up the hill. Nothing safety concerning, just not really in, which was a bummer. The cross itself was fine. I was able to adjust everything and get online with you. Delta Breakout was good. I was way out in the turn. But I just didn't want to make a bunch of hefty adjustments and then have to, like, full on clear. So I just kind of, like, hung out quite, like, well clear until we rolled out for that one. So it's not going to look the prettiest, but at least it was safe. And then I was able to fly Line of Wrestle Thief pretty well for that one. The Diamond Flat Pass, it's a little, it wasn't quite flat. There's a little bit of a turn in it the whole way. Just because I wasn't able to get us directly online because of that blind turn. But it was at the right entry and exit speed, and we were a little high. We were at 450 feet, but I'm not too worried about being higher than we expect. Then adding power made the nose climb, so I didn't have to add any pole going up the hill. And then the drive over the top took forever to happen because we had that extra pole from the power. But it seemed like you were able to stay with me pretty well there. And then the turn behind the crowd to get back to Krimsk. That's more or less what I think we're going to end up doing. We pretty much came to the 90 on Krimsk and then turned back in. At which point, we were more or less online. Had to just kind of like do a gentle, very, very gentle turn as we were coming in towards center point. Well, actually, when I rolled out, I didn't roll out quite all the way. It was like maybe 2-degree bank to get us online for the breakout, but we were quite high, so I probably should have dropped the nose a touch there to get us into a better parameter. But I'll keep working on that one for next time. I did not calculate what our heading needed to be once we broke, and so I will figure out what that's supposed to be for next time, because that affects the safety of our turns into land. Taxi back. I should have taxied us full length. I think, because there's supposed to be a mid-runway taxiway that we're supposed to clear on, but that did not end up. I didn't end up seeing it, so maybe my taxi maps are off or something. But it just didn't seem to line up with what I was seeing on the map. So we made the parking work, but not super ideal. But yeah, I will fix my safeties. I'm glad to be here.
Thanks, Chariot. Nice flight today. We had to roll with the punches, and you had a lot of stuff to handle, so well done there. My objective today, well, I guess I didn't really set it ahead of time, but was mostly just to fly good, relaxed formation, reasonably clear most of the time at a new show site, which I mostly did. There were a couple of points where that didn't quite work out, but in general, I think it was a better, safer way to fly, and it was more manageable, and there were less PIO moments. So I think there's still room for improvement, quite a bit room for improvement there. But I think that was the right approach, and I'm glad that I did it. And I think it was, yeah, I'm proud of taking that approach, and I'd like to just continue to improve that. Yeah, so the taxi up to the runway was fine. On the takeoff roll, I got a little behind you on the. I think I need to just anticipate your burner call and get on it a little quicker. And then because I was behind you, I added power in, so I had to come out of burner right as you were adding pull. And so then I basically floated above you and was like airborne for a couple of seconds before you came off the runway. And I couldn't tell if we were overlapping or not. So that feels like a safety, whereas like I don't know if we're actually deconflicting. Fortunately, we're rolling away from each other, but I just wasn't sure whether that was safe. And so like the whole rollout was sloppy and probably looks awful from the crowd. So that also safety. I'll fix that one for next time. Got in. Because I was also, I pulled power back. I ended up getting behind you. You called 280, and I was doing like 240 maybe. So I was just behind you ways, and so I just pulled right up into your right wing. And so there was no crossover. But I think in the future, if I do it right, I will be on your left wing. And I'll wait for your call to cross. Rolling was good. Rolling out for the Delta head-on was fine. I agree with you. I think 10 miles is probably a good benchmark for that, for a distance to get kind of settled. It feels really long to fly or line abreast, but it also, there's just a lot of time to get everything set like it's supposed to. So I think we can work it in from there, but I wouldn't don't like force it. We definitely don't have to go quicker. When we used to do Batumi shows, I remember that was always just a handful where you're like rolling out, go line abreast. Okay, here we go. It's just like, ah. So it's very helpful to have some time to just kind of lock in line abreast. And my line abreast flying, I think just in general, this show was pretty good. Yeah, I think the hit was pretty good. I wasn't sure about the altitude. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like on the tape. But yeah, the timing felt decent. I think we probably hit on center point, and my roll was good. I overrolled it in the recce show, or the recce flight, so I was trying not to do that, and I think I managed it on this one. Yeah, knife edge, solid. Inverted. I can kind of concur with your impression that the nose tends to fall more at the show site than at the ones we've done previous to this. So it was hard to keep the thing, once we'd rolled out, to keep the thing level after the rolls. It just required, I noticed it mostly in the, excuse me, sorry, in the little pole before the hit. It was just, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be low because I even tried to anticipate it, but it was just hard to get enough, forward stick to maintain the climb that I needed to maintain the right position, which hasn't been a thing I've worried about at the more recent shows. So something to pay attention to for next time. Not a safety, but just a kind of a note about that. Well, it was good. It's hard to gain sight on you because there's a lot of ground clutter, and my performance is not. I need to do some work on getting my performance better. So I managed to get sight of you, which was helpful and good. But it was a little touch and go for a little bit. But yeah, got tucked in. Roll in for the Fortis was fine. I think I probably didn't hide the jet very well because it's a slightly different profile and shape to that turn, but I tried to do what I could. I'm hoping also that the rollout is a little bit more in line and in plane with you, which is something that I haven't been doing very well and wanting to work on. So that was something I thought about in that maneuver. I think I managed it. Where you rolled out because of like height and, relative to where the center line was meant that I had a little bit of a geometry problem to get in position, but I think I managed it decently well. And the clear was more or less fine. I think I was a little wide of you, so I felt like I was a little too far to your left on that clear. But other than that, timing was good, altitude was good, spacing felt good. Let's see, MRT. Rejoined for that. I was late. Not terribly late, but I think between where I was coming in too early previously and where I was coming in later before, I don't know that I found the sweet spot. And I think it's, excuse me, I think it's probably fine for this first show at a new site. Rather to be kind of safe than sorry and not create a math problem, particularly when I'm going to be flying basically directly at a hill if I'm early, and so. But it'll be a matter of hopefully in the next shows just working that in. I think I also need to, before the FCS change, I had like numbers I knew I wanted to hit, like distances, speeds, and I haven't settled on those with this new FCS, and so I think I need to do a little bit of work to nail those down to find a profile that's more consistent. Also knowing that you were slow in the turn, I should have adjusted my altitude and I didn't, so I was about 300 feet higher than you because I added a bunch of power, which brought the nose up, and then you also ended up 900 feet, and I was like 1,300 feet, so I guess that's 400 feet higher than you. So not ideal. Probably looks fine from the crowd, but because of the parallax, but not the way it's supposed to be flown. Let's see. Opposing MRT. Yeah, I got in, was able to roll out, was able to get line abreast. That all felt fine. I knew that you were doing a lot of work to get us pointed where you needed and, kind of leveling out and different things. I don't know. This time it worked out okay, so I wouldn't make any huge changes to that on your end. It did feel like we went pretty far outboard of center point before we did the hit for it. And so I think that might have also contributed to the feeling ahead or behind in the turn. Because I felt like I spent a lot of time coming back toward the crowd, looking over my, over through the canopy at you, trying to judge distance. You are right. When you said you thought you were early, I was like, all right, cool, I'll add up power. I've been on the numbers, but I'll just add in power so I'm not late. But as I was looking at it, I was sort of looking at it and thinking, it doesn't feel right. I think I'm going to be early because I think we're these circles we're making are very oblong, and sure enough, we were. So I think I just need to trust my gut on that and fly what I'm looking at. Clears were fine. Horizontal rolls, that was fine. Anything to note? Yeah, the jet definitely loses nose angle in those more than it did at Saipan or at Sirlik, to be honest. which I noticed as well. I think I just was carrying slightly more speed than you were at that point, which probably contributed to the altitude thing as well. Sneak past vertical rolls. I was probably just on the late edge of the acceptable timing for the hit for that. I was also not on the right angle. It was 5 left, or sorry, 5 right. So that's not ideal, and I just need to improve that. I sort of was paying attention to distances and speeds because I was behind, and there's some ground cluttery things to pay attention to, and then I realized a little too late. They're like, oh, I've overshot the angle I need. So I need to fix that for next time. Not a safety, but definitely a note too for clarity. 4-point was good, solid. Everything felt good on that one. Vertical pitch also felt good. I think you're probably right in your assessment there about the, like when you said we were good. I felt like I was a little sluggish and over the top of that roll based on the numbers you were calling. But then when I looked over my head, you were right on the horizon line, but I forgot that the horizon line is higher because there's that mountain range. And so you were, based on where things were, I think that was a little, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure, but it also felt like I wasn't quite pointed straight down by the time we got contact and you called that you thought we were good. So it felt like I was like, I'm gonna have to come back more towards the crowd or the center point than still. And so sure enough, we were out of spacing by the time you called 1.5. What else about it? I don't know. I think yeah, but it was just something I could have fixed it if I had trusted my gut and knew what was going on and brought in a little more pull, added a little bit of power. But we ended up being more out of sync than I thought we were going to be. Because I thought like, if we're like 0.2, we can probably make it up in the inbound. But we were like 0.5 or more. And so that took a little more effort to get fixed. I overrolled on the clear, so I had to ease out some pull, or not some pull, so kept the pull in, but I had to roll out some bank and avoided running into the trees and the hillside behind. So it wasn't like spooky. I didn't have to like roll wings level and pull to avoid the ground, but I was aware that I was losing altitude and that was dangerous. So that's a safety that I will fix for next time. Just in general, I think my rolls when I was doing snap rolls and aileron rolls, things like that, I was not ready for how quick the roll rate is at this site, and I tended to overroll most of them. Which, as long as we're on that subject, is I think the major safety for the tuck overroll. I overrolled that, so I basically went onto the knife edge and had to fix it. So that'll look really, really bad from the crowd. Everything else was more or less fine, and actually, based on the site picture that I was looking at the 90, we could there probably is enough room based on where the hill is relative to the show site that we do have enough space, I think, to do an inverted. We don't have to necessarily do that, but I think we could. I'll keep doing the standard double tuck overroll until we decide otherwise, but I think we probably can pull it off here. High alpha. I broke the box. We were about 5.2, 5.3 at the 90. Because I think I just need to roll in back toward crowd a little. If I'm going to come to 230, which I've been doing because I don't want to gain a bunch of altitude over the hill and then drop around the corner too much. I need to come back toward crowd a little, or toward the show a little sooner than I typically do. So I kind of hug that hillside a little more. So one, we don't break the box, but two, that was why, because I basically flew the same profile, I would just cant it out by 20 degrees. So that was why that correction had to happen coming into the box, because it was about a 20-degree correction. So it pretty much accounts exactly for that. I think you're right about me drifting into you. I was doing a lot with the nose in this, like trying to manage that because it wanted to fall in one direction or the other. I think that I think the wind might be playing a factor in that. It's 088, which yeah, I guess it's kind of a headwind, a right headwind as we're doing that maneuver. And it did feel like we were getting pushed left. And so I think I just need to account for that and think about those meteorological conditions a little more carefully with the show site. Also, just because the jet has more aileron in general, every little thing that I'm doing matters more. So not really safety, just a matter of cleanliness and smoothness for you, I think, which needs to be better. I didn't try too hard to flatten out over the top on the clear. I just pulled to the horizon and kind of eased the pull and then just let the jet kind of fall before it felt like, all right, we're losing too much altitude. I'm going to roll it on a knife edge. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like from the crowd. Rejoin for the burner 270. Do what you need, man. It was fine. The one thing I will say is we rolled out at like point, you called like half a mile, and I was like, gosh, I'm glad I'm in position. So that was, it came up in a hurry, but I was in position, so it was fine, and I think it probably looked good. Delta roll, I agree with you. It felt real weird. I was more in on this one than I think I've been so far, but I also felt like more disconnected from what the maneuver was doing. Because at least in the previous FCS, I felt like you kind of, as long as you're matching boss's roll rate, then it's just a matter of like adjusting pull and power kind of minutely in order to stay where you need to be. And I got your roll rate and I was fine. I just kept falling behind you. So I ended up adding a lot of power and then I needed a ton of pull. And then once we got over across the knife edge point, then it was like the reverse of that. Suddenly I was into like, I needed like push and like I was basically neutral power and I still slid into the invisible number 4 and so I would have killed him or her. So that's not good. So that's definitely a safety that I need to fix. But there are things about that maneuver that I do not understand yet, and so I don't know. I just need to keep drilling it. I guess it's very difficult. There's a lot more control inputs than I feel like there should be in order to stay where I want to stay. So that's just going to take a lot more practice, frankly. But yeah, big safety there, and I will definitely do my best to fix that for next time. If I can tell I'm going to slide into 4, I need to just like go clear or whatever I got to do to not cause a collision. Fortally, yeah, I was pretty good on the formation around the corner, which was nice, even though you were doing things. I think I tried to take a slightly wider position, and it'll be interesting to see what that looks like from the crowd. It was definitely easier to stay in a better position. There was a PIO moment, but it was less, and I think it was just generally a better spot. And then I was able to get to the shifted spot. I was basically locked in all the way until like there was you probably 5 degrees nose high, and suddenly I just wasn't matching your pull. And so there's a point where I think we're going to be pretty separate altitude. I tried to fix it by the time you called the break, but I didn't want to like throw in a ton of pull. So that's something I need to improve and just kind of anticipate. Because there is this thing that happens where like if I'm playing the wing on the right and during rollouts and things like that, there's a point where it feels like lead pulls away from me, like upwards, because there's a decent amount of push in the roll to make sure that you're staying in position. But then if you don't bring in the pull again, then you end up just like sinking. And I think I'm just not accounting for that. Loop break cross, safeties everywhere. So we were low on the rollout before we got into the maneuver. We were online, that was fine. The rollout was fine. We were a little low on altitude. Right speed, I was nervous because I saw your PIL out of the corner of my eye with the mirror, and so I was nervous to bring in the pull that I needed to bring in. And I just need to fly my profile, fly the dang profile. And so that could be better. I pulled power out at the top. I used power, which probably you weren't expecting. So sorry about that. It did fix the maneuver. So we were 0.1 right, but that's pretty close. So I may do that again because it seemed to work, and then there's a pull over the top to make it happen. But I was basically flying that visually and so one of the major safeties in this is my comms were all over the place. I didn't call the horizon. Yeah, and there are just a variety of different calls that I didn't get right. I was really low on the outbound. I got it back up to where it needed to be, but by the time I leveled out, I was like 500 feet. And I was a little bit right. I think my outbound heading should be 070-ish. And I think it was 075. So I need to make sure I know what the outbound heading is, and B, hit it. So that was not great. And then yeah, more calm confusion over the top. One briefing note for the future is I am going to just try to peg 8 alpha and do what I got to do with the control inputs to peg 8 alpha over the top, because it has that huge like lift where like you have to ease a bunch in order to not overshoot 8 alpha, but then it suddenly like loses a bunch in the middle. And since we're not flying close formation, I'm just going to try and get it on 8 as close as I can, and then I will make sure I'm making the right calls for the horizon now and whatnot, because I was behind the jet at that point. So because the outbound angle was bad, the inbound angle was bad, which probably made a weird math problem for you, but you nailed it. So well done there. I think we'll probably stick at 200. I was noting that I thought that a little like away from crowd, those trees might be a little high, but we might be able to get it down to 150. But I want to fly one more at 200 to make sure that it's safe. Delta breakout. Rollout was a little quick, but other than that, I think it was good. It's maybe the only time in my life I've ever been online. So that felt good. I rolled enough on the actual hit, but I didn't pull enough, so it probably doesn't look quite even. So that's my bad. Flat pass. Let's see. I was flying left wing, which I'm not used to. I have not done with the CFCS yet, so that was weird. I was trying to just maintain pretty wide and comfortable if I could. Once we got to the actual flat part of the flat pass, like there's something weird that happened. I have to go back and watch the stream where like I can't remember if you walked away from me or you were flying into me or something. It was just like, I felt like I was matching the roll rate and the pull rate and everything, and then just suddenly the sight picture changed a lot. And then at that point, I just kind of like let go and like didn't do too many inputs, and then just like climbed above your wing. And so there's this point where we're doing the flat pass where I'm like line abreast and like half a jet high, and so I was like just sort of let it settle to figure out what the hell's going on, and then got it back into position on the climb out. But that's a big old safety and also just not going to look good. So I got to figure out why that happened. That was very weird, and I was not expecting it, did not anticipate it, and did not handle it very well. So that definitely is a safety that I'll fix for next time. Everything else was more or less fine. I got some gnarly PIO in one of the turns for the field, but that was all me, and I just need to be better at anticipating things. I think it was in the left turn before the right turn back to crowd. So I went well clear and worked my way back in, but it was very spooky, dangerous, and I need to fix that for the future. I can fly a little more loose in that transit. Picture break was okay. I did your thing where I just stuck you in a spot in the canopy, and hey, by golly, it worked, or at least better than what I had been doing in the past. So, good suggestion. Thanks for that. I knew that in my brain, but for whatever reason, I just have not been flying that for like months now. So that was a good note and good implementation there. I'm trying to think of anything else. The traffic, I think, would have made taxiing all the way to the end a little sporty this time. But other than that, I think you're probably right. That's probably the way to park it at this field. So yeah, I'll fix my safeties, and I'm glad to be here.
All right. Let's take a look at the tape.
You're muted, sir.
All right, then let's take a look at the tape. Yeah, it was interesting having traffic.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think what we ended up doing worked out perfectly because he took the runway right when we were pulling off.
Yeah. That was my plan even before we saw him. But if that happens again, I should like get us off the runway ASAP. because
Well, and if he's playing 2D, he has no idea we're there.
yep.
Because like those guys are just locked into their canopy bow. It's one of the things watching DCS like videos and stuff on the internet that drives me nuts. It's just like you're just like glued to this one viewpoint. And I've just become so used to being able to look around. It's just like I can't handle it. I want to see.
Alright, so this is gonna get interesting.
Oh right.
Because I haven't done a remote, like,
Transit thing. Oh, this is gonna look ugly.
bad.
Request rearming. Copy.
I didn't say don't do it. I just said it's gonna look bad.
Alright.
It's an acknowledgement. Okay.
Debrief. Hang on, I'm missing a thing. There we go. Okay. Forum JJ was here for a bit, but then I wasn't talking to the forum, so.
Thanks for coming by, JJ. We appreciate it.
Yep. And we've switched to a no chat during the show model because it's not safe.
Yeah, we need that brain space.
Alrighty then. It's so hard to move mouse like this. 'Cause like every centimeter crazy. Rolling.
I was going towards you. There it is.
Left.
No, I just went straight to your right. That you can see there.
Let's go to Novo.
I'll probably end up on your left if I fly the profile right, because I won't be behind you like I was.
Okay, so it was 114.
124.
124?
Yep, that's what was on my kneeboard.
There ain't no way. Oh no, there is a way.
I think there's that taxiway to your right there is more or less the center point line. I don't know if that's...
No, who am I kidding? Yeah, it's like here-ish.
Works for me.
But we'll see. Distraction. Oh, the joys of a remote show.
I will say the transit feels real long.
Well, not much we can do about it.
No, there's nothing. I was a little spooky when we got low state though on the last pass. It worked out. Like I don't know what fuel state you had when you landed. I think it was a 1.2, but
I was at 0.8.
okay, yeah, that's about as low as you can go. So
Hey! It's two of us.
here we are.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, hold on. We're a little off.
I thought I was more. Sure enough.
Yeah, baby. Use that new nose authority. Coming in for the Nif Edge.
I feel like it was harder to peg 400 at
Yeah.
this field.
For sure. I always go over. I found.
Yeah. If I stop paying attention to it, if I feel like, oh, I'm at 400 and I set it, I'll be like 408 by the time we hit center point.
No, I was always on the
Roll
throttle.
right, roll right. Roll right, roll right.
I was sick. I was sick. Stress about it. I was really worried I wasn't high enough. So I'm a little stressed about it because that worked. It took me a while to pick you up. So. Nice.
Alright. And this is gonna happen. Joys of this show site. This was... Every time I go behind this hill and turn in, I'm just terrified.
There's more room than you think. It's actually pretty far behind the crowd. Like angle-wise.
Mm-hmm. Nice job riding the jet.
Trying. Oof. Synced really low. I gotta fix that. It didn't feel like it in the jet, so I don't know what the site picture I need to be looking for is yet.
Nice.
I was a little slow. I need to be a little further forward of you. But other than that, yeah, pretty good.
Had to go above the hill there.
Just a couple seconds late. These turns behind the crowd are scary because of how bad the performance is for me. This is getting very stuttery stuff.
It's weird because the performance is fine for me, like, not anything to write home about.
I gotta figure out why. What settings tanking it. Nice. Good angle.
And Jet felt really nose happy on that roll.
Yep.
Time for the horizontal rolls. Try to pick 200 of these. Feels high.
Oh, we've been flying at like 100 feet for a long time because we haven't been paying attention to.
Yeah, there we go.
Cool.
That's what it's supposed to look like. Alright, sneak time. Meow.
Pull up! Pull up!
Seconds, I think?
4 seconds or what? now that I'm thinking about it, I'll let the jet come back. I'll bet the little ease comes the pole call. I'll bet the little ease comes the pole call that boss gives in loops. It's probably because of that weird, like, you're gonna fall past your alpha and then suddenly it, like, loses the nose bite and then you need to bring pull in again to get the nose to come back down.
Maybe. But it was only
If the-
they only brought it in with Super Hornet.
Oh, interesting.
4 point.
Maybe not then.
I said it wasn't necessary in the regular one. And
That's good.
vertical pitch time. It felt so nice to just ease this down to versus like having to deal with.
Right, a little high, so actually do just need to like co-altitude and hit it, I think. We're gonna do 50.
Yeah, I think 50 you can be co-altitude because top of the stands will be about 50 feet. This is so hard. A little bit early.
Yeah, I think so.
Just gonna keep this sped up because otherwise it takes forever. Ha! I knew it.
Hmm?
I thought that little bit of pull ad was way more than I was expecting. But I'll catch it for next time.
Nice work. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. Probably like 15 degrees nose low, but you can't tell.
Yep. Nice rollout, dude.
Yeah. Rollouts are better this show for the most part.
This turn was terrifying. There's that hill.
Yeah.
I was like, good gravy, man.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I couldn't actually drop all the pull out of it. You're definitely more in than you have been, for sure.
Yeah. There's just like so much more control inputs, and there's like fairly significant shifts in them
Yes.
that as lead you don't do at all.
Yep.
And
But I'm watching it
there were
happen
some-
on the nose, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why, though?
And there were some in the old FCS, but it felt like there's like, boy, I'm gonna need a lot to stay in. Because I felt like I was pretty smooth on that one, and I was way out at different points. That's a good position. I'm a little wide there, but
No, that's good.
cool. So that was almost great. That's right, smooth.
Wait, this is gonna be the deedle spree, man.
Yeah.
My whole home fuel warning was going nuts up this hill. It's going crazy.
Alex, right.
Yep.
It's one good one.
I just keep drifting wide here. It's not horrible, but
It is interesting when you get a certain distance out, because I had the same thing happen in the fleur-de-lis turn. It just tends to walk away from you.
Yep. Yeah, dude, flying left wing sucks. You're looking up
It's
at the
hard.
sky the whole time, you have no reference.
And like all your muscle memory is wrong.
Yep.
Like anything that needs drive just feels really weird. There's that thing where it got weird. Yeah. And then towards the
I want to see how this looks. So I have a vision for it. Or we just kind of disappear over the hill. I want to see if it works out. Where is the airbase?
Right. There it is. It's actually a lot closer than you think.
Yep.
Which is weird given the fuel state and other things, or whatever. Maybe?
This transit definitely was a lot shorter. There we are.
So you roll this out at 030, which is actually the runway. You roll this out 030, which is actually the runway heading. Which is it's just an interesting thing. Alright, well, fortunately we have enough lateral spacing we can make this work.
Yep.
Fuel low. Fuel low.
I think I actually need to turn for that a little sooner.
I think so.
I think I need to turn when you do, but just not turn as hard. So that way we're crossing at roughly the same time.
Nice.
There's Duty McDudeface with bags on. What's he doing?
A blue with bags and lights? Okay.
Must be like going for content. It's gonna go one triple zoom, so I screwed up my nose wheel on this turn, so it's gonna look bad. Where is it? Where is it? And then I get that angle wrong, I think. Oh no, it's not bad.
Well, that's a show.
Yeah, good show, dude.
Yeah. Alright, folks, that's going to be the end of our stream, but thanks for joining us for those of you who did. And we look forward to seeing you next time we fly. Peace.
Guys.